What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review. This is our mystery TV show that I have planned on watching and reviewing for you all this particular season. We are taking flight and we're going to crash land back on the hit 2004 TV drama series, Lost. I am so excited to be reviewing this show because when it was out in 2004, YouTube did not exist. So I may be the only reviewer who reviewing it. So I hope I get the audience to come in here and share this experience with me. Let me tell y'all, this is one of my favorite TV shows, right? I figure why not? Why not? Let's go ahead and review this, introduce it to a new audience, and those of you who watched it back when it was on, the tried and true, you get to reminisce with me, okay? We are out in the thicket of a bamboo-covered woods, shaking, grasping for a breath of air. We hear crashing sounds off to the wilderness, off to the side. In the distance, there's tree limbs breaking and crackling and stuff. And something seems to be getting closer and closer. Thank God it's just a dog. It's just a doggone dog. I'm like, where the fuck did this dog come from? Where the fuck are we? That's what I'm asking the questions, right? So we tell ourselves, get up. Get up now. You're going to say this to yourself over and over again. You know it hurts. Your body is hurting. It's in pain. You're screaming like hell on the inside, but we can't stay here. That's the one thing that we can't do. This is what's going through this man's head as he rises up off the ground and steadies himself to his feet. He got one single shot of vodka in his jacket pocket and he starts to run. Take off running fast and furious through the stalks. And he go past this single tennis shoe that's hanging on the tree line, just dangling there. For some fucking reason, it's just odd ass tennis shoe hanging up in the dang woods. And he runs towards where the dog came from, right? So he ends up on this empty beachfront, like, I'm alone. All by my goddamn myself. Or at least so we thought. So within minutes, you hear a woman screaming, you know, and she's just on the other side of these bushes that's blocking his view of the shoreline. So he brushes towards the sound, and then you hear an engine whirring in the background, and more screams and more screams. He was definitely not alone. There was many other people out there. They was covered in soot, covered in sweat, covered in bruises, and even in blood. And it appears that the plane that they were on has crashed. Now, the first time I saw this episode, I was on a fucking plane. Okay, just imagine how the hell I felt. But all right, so he was on the plane, right? And it looks like the plane has crashed. And all the pieces of the plane were scattered all about this hot sandy ass beach, along with the people that was on the plane. People were screaming from his left. People were screaming, help me, from the right. He didn't know which way to turn. Okay, he didn't even know what to do with this particular moment. And there was a Korean man that was screaming for this woman. You know, he was screaming in Korean. He wasn't speaking English at all. It was a black man out here searching for Vincent and screaming for Vincent. Okay, there was another man that was pinned under the large piece of the plane. Now, the guy who got up initially, the one we started off with, he starts to signal two other men to come help him free this man from underneath this plane. This man's leg was smashed to smithereens, child. You know, he took his towel off and made a tourniquet to stop the bleeding, but that leg was gone. That leg was gone, okay? Then there was this one guy who just walking back to and fro like, you know, he lost on the bus stop or waiting for the bus. I didn't know what the fuck was going on with him. Every fucking explosion that happened, he just walked by, okay? Every piece of plane that fell, he had just walked underneath it. And everything seemed to miss him. It was like he had good, bad luck, okay? That's what was going on with him. Then there was one lady. She was just standing in one spot. That's the one we heard screaming. Just screaming at the top of her doggone lungs. Across the beach, there was this pregnant girl. She screamed out in pain. Baby, it looked like she was about to drop at any minute. Her belly was hella big. I didn't even think they let you get on planes with your belly that doggone big. If you that far along. And I don't know when they started that, but I thought it's always been, if you was in your third trimester, you couldn't go nowhere on no doggone plane. But they let her on, and it looked like she was about to have contractions. So he looked around. There was this one dude that was performing CPR on this black woman, and There was another one who got too close to the engines, baby. He got swooped the fuck up in them engines. Just sucked up in the doggone things and then caused a doggone explosion. It's sending people and metal, flying scraps just going all over through the earth. Okay. And then there's gas leaking all around. He was able to shield himself and the pregnant girl from the flying debris and signal for more help. You know, and we learned at this particular time, his name is Jack. Right? Now, while the other guy attended to her, I'm going to call him Chubbs for right now, he went to go help the guy doing CPR. Jack did. So supposedly the guy that was doing CPR was a lifeguard, but he was doing the CPR all wrong. He was blowing air into the lady's stomach. Sometimes, you know, I can understand. You learn some things that if you haven't practiced them on a regular basis, you never know how well you're going to do with performing those particular things when you under pressure. You don't know if your skills are going to hold out when you're under pressure and you ain't never did it before. So Jack gets her breathing, and as soon as he gets her breathing, bam, a loud sound. Looks up, and the fucking wing of the plane is about to fall right on top of the pregnant girl. He just got out of danger. Okay, in the nick of time, Jack ran over to them, to the other, which is on the other side of the damn plane. Get them out of there. But the crash caused another damn explosion. More bodies fly around, you know, just from the blast of the explosion. You know, and he gets a deep, long gash in his rib cage. Now he need to stitch that up, or it could become infected. So we find out that Jack is a doctor, but he couldn't reach it himself. And luckily there was this woman that was walking by aimlessly, and he convinced her to help him stitch him up. So it's getting late in the day now, and they using the fires to help keep them warm. And hopefully if they build a big enough fire, that's going to have people that's looking for them, give them a signal, give them a smoke signal so they can see their ass, right? And there was this Indian man named Saeed. Now, I always thought that Saeed was fine. I'll let y'all know this. I thought Saeed was fine all through all these seasons, okay? Saeed was tending to them, the fire, and then he grabbed the bad good look guy, who we find out name was Charlie. Get him to help him out tend the fire, right? I swear, these characters, every time they came into frame, I started to remember the roles they played throughout these seasons, and I get excited to see them interact all over again. And just in case you didn't know, season 1 is 25 episodes, baby. So I'm going to try to drop these at least twice a week because we got 6 seasons to get through. Okay, anyway, there was the older bald guy with the scar on his face. Then you got the older black lady, the one who was getting CPR. The guy Chubb, he the one that helped the pregnant girl. And I'm calling him Chubb because he heavyweight, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get their names as the show go along. The horrible lifeguard, we got him. The screamer, we got her. We got a fake looking Patrick Swayze, who was actually only in one scene of this doggone episode, but he looked like he gonna be some trouble. He looked like he gonna be trouble. Then we got the black guy from Oz. Y'all remember him on TV show Oz? If y'all don't remember him from Oz, he's the black guy that played Murch on The Best Man. Yeah, the movie Best Man Holiday. Yeah, in Best Man with Tay Diggs now there. Yeah, he on here with his son. Okay, and then we got the Korean man that was screaming for apparently his wife or his woman. And then we got the woman who helped stitch up Jack. We got Saeed, the Indian guy. And now we got Charlie, right? So that's just a few of the people that was on that beachfront who survived this crash. Now Saeed is like, if help was coming, they should have fucking been here by now. Where the hell they at? And Charlie is like, who? He say anybody. Whoever coming need to come on, right? So the lifeguard, he tried to take some chocolate candy over to the screamer. Apparently they a couple of some sorts, or they know each other anyway. And the screamer, her name is Shannon. She's a bitch, okay? She's a little bit entitled acting. And she treats the lifeguard like shit. We don't know why yet, but that's how she is. Okay, so they done crashed on this fucking deserted island. It don't seem to be no help on the doggone way. And she feels the need to break out her nail polish and polish her goddamn toenails. Like, girl, right? Okay. And she too prissy to eat the chocolate, that he brought over to her. As if she would ever think to put chocolate in her mouth, right? So she said she gonna eat when the rescue boat come. Okay, starve, bitch. Starve. Okay, he tried to insist, and she said, no, I'm gonna eat when the rescue boat get here. At least she stopped screaming. That's all I heard about this particular time. The lifeguard, he decided to go ahead and eat the chocolate right there in front of her face. And she had a nerve to get an attitude because he ate it. He ain't got to go hungry because you going hungry, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, so Chubb, He found some airplane meals and he started to pass them out. And he went first to the pregnant girl, make sure to take her hair. And he gave her two. Her contractions have stopped, thank God. We averted, trying to give birth at the end of a fucking plane crash. The CPR lady, she's sitting over there in silence, holding on to a wedding band, holding it close to her chest and crying, She must have lost her husband recently. Murch, he made sure his son was warm enough to survive the night. The Korean family, the man, he found his wife and instructed her to stay by his side. She didn't look like she wanted to be by his side. But he telling her, wherever I go, you go, okay? I move, you move, just like that. And then he basically told her, fuck everybody else. It's just me and you. We don't care about what nobody else on this fucking island, right? I'm itching. I got bit by something. Okay, well, Jack and the woman that stitched him up, they start talking about the fall of the plane. And Jack says, he think there was about 40,000 feet in the air. The pilot usually announced that stuff. They hit an air pocket or something and the plane just dropped like 200 feet. And then they started going into turbulence. And it was enough turbulence to knock him out. Like he passed the fuck out. She, however, said she was awake the whole doggone time. She says the tail ripped off first, and she didn't even want to bother to look back. And when all of a sudden, then the front of the plane fell off as well. The thing is that the tail of the plane and the front of the plane are not on that beach, not in the water, nowhere. So Jack is like, we're going to need to find this. Because if they find the cockpit, then maybe the transceiver is intact. And they can use that to signal back, to somebody, get some help. And she was like, well, I thought I saw some smoke over yonder, and we can go looking for it. What Jack was saying, we can go look for it, go look for the cockpit. And she's like, if you going, I'm rolling with you too, y'all. I'm just letting you know that right now. So just then, a loud crash came through the woods. Then every single bit of wildlife seemed to wake up. This woke up the passengers too, because of what the fuck is going on. The trees, they tall as skyscrapers, they begin to bend and bow, right? Like when dinosaurs move through Jurassic Park and you see all the trees bending over, that's exactly what was happening. The pregnant girl is like, I know y'all see this, right? I know y'all see this. Chubb is like, I sure in the fuck do. Okay? So lifeguard dude, boom, he head towards whatever's moving in the forest, but he didn't go all the way in there. Everybody kind of got up and was like, what the hell am I looking at? Again, loud crashing. Animal noises. Then all of a sudden, a horn, like a ship heading out to sea. You know what I'm saying? More crashing, hissing sounds, trees bowing, horn blows again, then silence. They were definitely not alone. They were definitely not alone. So we flash back to the plane when the turbulence first hit. The stewardess had just hooked Jack up with 2 shots of vodka. One of them to head down, the other one he put in his pocket, right? Charlie breezed past him and ran to the bathroom. And the black lady is there. She's sitting next to Jack. She is freaking out. She's sitting like a two-seat toe from Jack. Freaking out. Her husband apparently is in the bathroom as well. So I guess when the plane crashed, they couldn't find his ass. Remember, she was holding his wedding ring, crying and shit. So Jack said, you know what, I'm going to keep you company until your husband get back to the bathroom. But right then is when the turbulence go bad. We didn't see the drop that Jack was talking about, but the turbulence was bad. The pilot turned on the seatbelt sign. But of course, there is one ignorant motherfucker who always stand up and want to go look through their fucking luggage when the pilots turn on the seatbelt sign. And as soon as he did that shit, the turbulence happened. That motherfucker went soaring right up into the ceiling of the damn plane. Okay? The luggage bins flew open. Luggage stuff falling out on passengers' heads. Then the oxygen masks fall down. And they flowing to and fro. How the fuck am I supposed to grab a damn oxygen mask and put it on my face when it's moving all about like that and I'm in panic mode already? Okay, they managed to get the doggone oxygen mask, right? But we go back to the island. It's now the next day. It's morning. Everybody is up trying to figure out what the hell was that going through the woods last night. What was that going bump in the night? Kate and Jack, they about to head out and go search for this cockpit. So Jack tried to tell her, you know what? You already let me know where the smoke was coming from. I'm good. You ain't got to go. But she is insistent. She going with him. First, she needs shoes. She needs some comfortable shoes on her feet. So she had to take some hiker boots off one of the dead bodies. Okay. I mean, he wasn't gonna need them, Kate. He wasn't gonna need them. You should have took the socks too, because you gotta keep your feet dry, girl. Well, Chubbs tell the group that maybe they should move the dead bodies because it looks pretty grim over there, right? And Saeed agrees with him. But Jack come up and let them know, hey, we about to go do this search of cockpit. And he put Boone's in charge of all the wounded because, Boone is the lifeguard, so he should have some type of first aid experience. Well, he tells him to make sure to not let the guy who got the shrapnel in his chest pull it when he awakes. Charlie say, I'm coming with y'all. Now, we learn that Charlie is the bass player for this band that Kate apparently has heard of. Let me tell y'all. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. It's not going to be no spoiler or nothing. But I love me some Charlie. He was like the weirdo of the bunch. He gave us the comedy throughout the show. And I'm totally here for it. I loved me some Charlie for a while, right? So, now, the dog that had rolled up on Jack in the beginning, that's Vincent. That's who the black guy was looking for. He wasn't looking for his son. He was looking for the dog, and the dog name is Vincent. The dog is out there in the woods watching him. Okay, whatever was out there last night, it didn't get him. Let's say that. It didn't get him. All of a sudden, the sky just opened up, and rain fell down like a waterfall over a cliff's edge, right? Charlie like, what the fuck is this? What is going on? Is this normal? Or this some end of the days type shit? What the hell is going on? Everybody that's back on the beach, they scramble for cover because the rain is coming down really bad. Everybody but the old wild guy. He's sitting out there in the rain like, Nam yo rengekyo. I mean, he out there meditating on life and everything is good. But everybody else, they huddling up on whatever shelter they can get. Now, the Korean man, anybody that tried to get shelter with him, he turned them away, like, get the fuck away from here. I mean, he was like, get the fuck on. Like they finna be found the fuck out or something. So, something ain't quite right with that dude. Something ain't quite right with him. And something wasn't quite right in the forest either. The trees started to crack and bend again, only this time it wasn't nightfall. Out in the woods, Jack, Kate, and Charlie, they find a piece of the plane. Appeared to be the front that had broken off. Other than that, it appeared to still be intact. But getting up inside it ain't gonna be easy because the plane was leaning up against a tree like this here. Okay. So it made the climb into the plane pretty difficult. So Charlie, he kept losing his fucking footing as he tried to climb up in this steep ass plane. He had to keep grabbing on the dead bodies that were still seat belted into their seats. They made it up to the cockpit. And of course it was locked, so Jack had to get like this fire extinguisher that was in nearby reach, and he broke the lock, so he can get into the cockpit. Now I know for a fact that it wouldn't be that doggone easy, or hostage takers would be able to easily get into a cockpit. But that's this Hollywood 2004. Okay, he broke into the cockpit with the fire extinguisher. When he did, the co-pilot fell out. Okay, dead as doorknob. You know what I'm saying? He fell out, fell past Kate, fell past Charlie, almost knocking their ass out the goddamn plane. Jack asked Kate, you okay? Hey girl, you cool? You know what I'm saying? Charlie like, what the fuck, I look like Miss Me. I'm okay. Charlie is okay too. Okay. Well, they get to the cockpit to look for the transceiver, and the damn pilot wakes up. Okay. The captain, he got a little concussion. He a bit winded, and he been knocked out for about 16 hours. But as far as we could tell, he okay. Ain't nothing piercing his body and nothing shit like that. His face all blue, and you can see the veins and shit coming through his face. But other than that, the pilot is okay. It's been 16 hours and ain't nobody came for them yet. This was not a good sign. So the pilot explained to him, look here, about 6 hours into the flight, the radio went dead. We couldn't get a signal to or from anywhere from tower. We couldn't get a signal. So we tried to turn back around and head back towards Fiji. And then by the time that the turbulence hit, we were already 1,000 miles off course. In other words, a rescue team wouldn't even know where to fucking look. If they were looking, they looking in the wrong damn place. Okay. He let them know where the transceiver was, but it wasn't working. And then Charlie ass wasn't nowhere to be found. Like, where the fuck did he go? Then all of a sudden, the creepy horn blows in. Charlie busts out the bathroom. Like, Kate, like, what the fuck are you doing in there? Okay. The captain hears the horn for the first time. He like, what the hell is that? Then again, we get the creaking noises. We get the trees bending. We get the wind howling. Animals making weird sounds. And they all scramble to get up inside the cockpit because it seems whatever was out there was crashing into the plane. So they all peek out or try to peek out these dew-covered windows without success. So the captain then goes to a window that was busted out and moves the vegetation that was hanging inside, and then gets yanked the fuck up, y'all. I mean, snatched like it was in a forgotten moment. He was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Snatched up out there, screaming for his god doggone life. And it seems like he might have been a little bit too heavy for the creature, because the creature was dunking his ass like he was a motherfucking teabag, just up and down and shit. So he finally snatched his ass up out there, and he was gone. Okay. Then the plane crashes, lands flat onto the ground. They booked it, child. They didn't think twice. They hightailed it out of there. While they running, so you know somebody gonna fall. They always fall in the movies. Charlie was the one to fall. Fell in the mud, got tangled up in some damn weeds. Jack turns around to go help him, but Kate was moving, baby. She didn't look back, not one bit. Then the horn blew again. Then Kate realized, the fuck? I am alone. Nobody was around. She was panicked and she starts to scream for Jack. Jack! Jack! Right? She had to come to her senses because Jack was nowhere around. She breathed, calmed herself down. I kept hearing noises pop up in the woods. You know, she on alert and shit. Then all of a sudden, Charlie came out of nowhere, snatched her up, and she snatched him up. But there was no Jack. Where the fuck was Jack? Okay, the rain all of a sudden just stopped. The rain stopped. The sun came out. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar this. Is that how the words go? The sun came out. Okay, like nothing ever happened. So Kate was like, we got to go back for Jack. You coming or not? You coming or not? So they go off to find Jack. And Charlie was like, I heard you shout for Jack. I'm Charlie, by the way. That's the second time, Charlie was like, how y'all gonna act like I don't freaking exist? Now, let me stop here for a minute. We have a winner to my little trivia question. In my PNTV, where I was announcing the TV shows that we were going to review, I said this one was going to be a surprise, going to be a mystery, and I wanted y'all to guess what that show was. There was only one person who even bothered to guess, and that was Avril. Avril, what is your name, child? Hold on. Avril. I want to say Avril Lavigne. It's not Avril Lavigne. I know that's not Avril Lavigne. Okay, let me get. Where's my channel at? Go here. Bam. Go to my channel. Then go to my videos. What I'm trying to find is her. Let me tell you, you got 48 hours. That's to midnight on December 3rd to respond to the post that I made on the original video. Avril Ranze or Rainz, R-A-N-Z or A-N-Z-E. Go to that comment on the first video that you actually put the answer to the question and send me information or send me an email. Let me know it's you. And that way I can send you information on how you're going to get your prize. It has been 20 years since this show aired for the first time. So you get a $20 gift card from me. You either get the gift card or I can shoot you Zelle, or I can send you $20 PayPal. That's your choices, okay? You have 28 hours to respond to the email so we can communicate, and I can tell you how, or we can exchange information on how you get your $20 prize for guessing the correct show that we are reviewing right now. Now back to the review. Oh, I had one other one for our emoji vault today. I just made this statement about the sun will come out tomorrow. If you could tell me what movie that song comes from, then you get a prize from our emoji vault today. I'm going to give you a big bright sunshine to start off your day. You can turn it on any time of the day that you want to and just make yourself feel a little bit happier than you used to. So if you can answer to me, what song that the sun will come out tomorrow, what movie that came from? or what play, because it also was a play. You could drop it in the comment section. You in your bright, sunny sunshine. All right, cool. So, on the way back to looking for Jack, Kate spots the pilot winging in the mud. And in the reflection of the puddle, there was a dead body. She could see that was over her head, caught up in the trees. It was the pilot. And Jack happened to be right behind him. And when they showed that damn pilot, you had to ask yourself, what the hell could have did that? That body was ripped to shreds and dropped in a tree that was higher than life. Well, that is the end of episode 1. I am really excited to be reviewing this show. This is, again, Lost, season 1, episode 1. Back then, they named the pilot series of the show Pilot. Or maybe it had to do with the pilot itself, because he was the first one that we saw killed by whatever this creepy creature is. And this is part 1. Part 2 be coming in later this week. Thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.